Hey guys, I'm Chris.
And I'm Christian.
Today we're going to talk about something that I have no words to explain. Something that's so beautiful, so mesmerizing, so enchanting that I can't even really explain my love for it. Christian, let me ask you something.
Alright.
You have Skyward Sword, so do I. How many times have you popped in Skyward Sword since you've gotten it?
That's a good question. I would say I've probably popped it in about 20 times or so.
Okay, let me ask you. Out of those 20 times, how many times have you actually played the game?
I've played the game maybe about 4 times.
So-
So about,
16 of those times, what were you doing though? That's like, what, 80% of the time you weren't actually playing the game?
something like that if my math is still right. I just pop in my game to hear the main menu song.
Yeah, the main menu song is amazing.
Yeah, like Chris said, there's no words that can describe it. The song is just amazing, beautiful, majestic.
So today we're basically going to talk about our love for the main menu theme in the Zelda 3D titles. This goes back all the way to Ocarina of Time. Our love for this song goes back way back when we were little kids. So we're going to take you through each game and how it's evolved over time. So we're going to start with Ocarina of Time, which set the standard for this great theme.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask both have the same theme. It's pretty basic. It's probably the one that we've heard like in the Game Boy games and the ones previous to that.
When I was a kid, I would seriously do the same thing I'm doing now. I would turn on my N64, blast the TV as loud as possible, play with my toys in the background, and just listen to this theme play over and over and over and over again. It's so enchanting. It's so like mesmerizing, like I was saying earlier.
Yeah, the only thing that could like stop me would either be my mom coming into the room and just like nerd raging and turning off my N64, or it would be like the sleep mode setting on the TV. You know, the TV would just shut off, the sound would mute, and I would be like crying, like, no, I want to hear the main menu song again. There was the only two things that could happen to stop me from listening to this beautiful song.
And what's great is that it's so basic, but it set the standards for something that's going to evolve for the next 10, 15 years. Next we go to Wind Waker, which to me, I personally think that Wind Waker had one of the best soundtracks. There's no instruments playing the song, but the main thing that I love about this is the relaxing ocean sound that you hear in the background. You hear the waves crashing on the shore, which again, the waves play a big part in the game, so that's what makes this version of the song special, is because the waves play a huge role in the actual game.
Alright, Chris, well, since we're talking about favorites, I'm going to talk about my favorite, which is Twilight Princess. I feel that Twilight Princess has the best main menu theme out of all of them, even though it's not, officially or actually recorded by instruments. It still sounds very orchestrated and epic, and I could play that, for years. I could fall to sleep to that music. I could blast it and fall asleep, like that's how good it is. It's still my favorite. It can't be topped by anyone. I don't know how you guys feel. I mean, Chris, you like Wind Waker. How do you feel about Twilight Princess?
Well, Twilight Princess, to me, I think it does feel the most orchestrated, probably the most cinematic of all the different versions of this song. It has this very big theatrical feel to it, and I think that even though it's not actually orchestrated, it feels like it actually is. It feels like you're watching or listening to a soundtrack from a movie, which it says a lot about what they're able to do with this technology, how it's not an actual orchestra playing this. It's such a good theme. But you want to talk about real orchestrated music, let's jump over to Skyward Sword, which was actually orchestrated, and you hear string instruments, you hear the harp, which do play a huge role in the game. Without giving away too many spoilers, the harp does play a big role, and it's in the theme. It sounds so heavenly, so godly, so legendary and beautiful. And then also, like the Wind Waker, you hear wind. Where in Wind Waker you hear the ocean, wind plays a huge role in Skyward Sword, and you hear that nice breeze.
Yeah, which is really cool. It's something that was definitely missing from Twilight Princess was, it didn't really have like a theme to set up. Skyward Sword is in the air, so you hear the wind, the sky moving along. In Wind Waker, you heard the waves, the ocean, and everything, because that took place in the water. So Skyward Sword definitely has that legendary feeling you said. And if I had to pick a second pick, it would definitely be Skyward Sword, just because that has been the most recent one that I've been popping in and out just to hear the game. I should probably be playing the game more, but the main menu is just that good.
Yeah, I pop it in, I'm like, I'm gonna play right now, and oh my,
we end up falling asleep,
And 4 hours later, and I'm like, what just happened? You're like in a daze. It's the Hypnotoad from Futurama. It's so good. So leave it in the comments down below. Which is your favorite theme? Are you like us and have popped in your game just to listen to the song, or has it actually distracted you from actually playing the game? So leave it in the comments down below. Thanks again, guys. I'm Chris.
And I'm Christian.
And you've just been Chris Cross.
Peace out.